Hey guys, today is Friday and it's a really important trading day for me. So I will definitely make a really quick trade breakdown. So here you can see basically the daily chart, and yeah, as you can see right here, it's a really important trading day. We basically sold off heavily and basically swept all the low resistance liquidity on the daily chart. We were really stuck in this high resistance price range, so that was kind of to be expected. But yeah, now let's drop to the 50-minute chart. And what basically is important to me right here is definitely on the 4-hour chart. I forgot to show you the basically the big order block right here, so the down close candle, because we are above it in bullish conditions. The down close candle right here, say order block. We have the upper quadrant, which got basically perfectly respected right here with the wick. We got consequent encroachment and the lower quadrant, and now drop to a 50-minute chart. What we have right here is still the balanced price range from yesterday. So actually I expected a sell-off yesterday, so we had a really difficult opening rate or AM session actually, and yeah, traded lower, but we couldn't really find speed, and we just were basically having a retracement because we also like found support within the balanced price range right here, within the higher time frame gap, and within the upper quadrant of the 4-hour order block. So of the upper quadrant, I know here is like 1.75, but it's the upper quadrant because I just marked it out the wrong way. But that's just you can ignore it. So we traded higher with a new higher time frame gap for today. We have still buy side liquidity right here because we had a huge SMT, so therefore the SMT got completed with trading above it. We have London lows, we have New York open kill zone liquidity right here, and also obviously New York open kill zone sell side liquidity still untouched on NQ, but also on ES, which I will show you right now. So as you can see right here, the New York open kill zone liquidity, sell side liquidity was untouched on NQ on ES as well, so on both assets, and we did not had any significant SMT. So that's actually what we like, because then we have like clean trading, actually clean trending and trading conditions. So that's actually what we like. So now let's talk about NQ again. As you can see right here, we have also like the opening prices really stacked in this region. So yeah, definitely something we can yeah, take notice of. So now dropping to the 1-minute chart, and now it's get really interesting. So what we have right here is basically a rally since 9:30, and we swept basically all the buy side liquidity, and therefore a really good ATM model is in play. And we also like had a shorter run on stops. We had a reversal with a balanced price range, so that's basically the Venom model. And we had like a inversion failure gap, breakaway gap, and we're also like within the 10 AM macro. And really important, the New York open kill zone sell side liquidity was on both assets untouched. That's really important for the ATM model. So now my executions. I shorted right here after we traded back into the higher time frame gap, and actually got stopped right here. So I was actually, so that's basically my first mistake. My stop was definitely trailed too tight. I did not expect that we would trade basically this high back, even above the 5-minute up close candle. So I wanted to see this candle like basically be respected as a order block, but because we are really in high resistance, that was actually the wrong approach, and my stop definitely would or should have been above the reaction block right here of the 5-minute chart, and on the 1 minute chart, it should have been above the balanced price range. So yeah, definitely a mistake, especially because we had really big displacing candles. We don't want to chase them. We want to be patient. This entry was basically too soon or too quick, and I should have waited more, waited for a short-term run and stops after we break above we break basically structure on the 1 minute chart. So that's definitely something we want to notice before we can follow basically the right direction. So that's basically manipulation higher after big candles to the downside. We definitely want, or we basically always trade inversion fill gaps with the ATM model, but if we have big displacing candles, we don't want to enter down here within the suspension or fill gap. We want to enter within the breakaway gap, or best within the balanced price range. But yeah, I basically re-entered right here, so that's obviously a completely valid re-entry, or even entry after we were if we had been like more patient. That's basically a really valid entry. And then we traded lower, and we were still stuck in high resistance, traded 2 consequent encroachment of the 1 minute wick right here, found support, basically created a triple bottom. That's that's not strong support, that's actually engineered sell side liquidity. So we want to see the level right here fail. But I still had my stop once again trail too tight, because actually I wasn't really sure or if we would go even lower, but that was definitely a mistake. I was just too emotional. So I don't know. I should have basically just trailed my stop not too tight, or basically leave it up here. But I definitely think the re-entry was right. It was only like the wrong stop placement. So that should have been definitely once again above the balanced price range, especially because we still have high resistance. So yeah, I think what my thinking process was definitely, or not definitely, but basically that I feared we would find support within the opening prices right here, within the wick. So here are definitely levels which deliver, or which can deliver support to the market. So especially the midnight opening is always a strong level, and yeah, we have just all opening prices really tied together. We have the wick, so we basically balance this region out, and we could have eventually like traded back into the balance price range as well. But that's basically a wrong approach. So we have to stick to our objective, which is lower to the New York Open kill zone sell side liquidity. So therefore a wider stop would have been necessary with the re-entry and with the first entry as well. And right here with the London close macro, we actually got a second opportunity, but I didn't want to basically revenge trade, so I just leave it there. And as you can see right here, after that we just shit a bed. So that would have been a really good important trade for me, but I don't know how to say it, but it kind of hurts. So like losing, but even though like I know the objective, I know the setup, I basically know everything, but I just have like the wrong stop. So that's just, I don't know, that's how trading is, that's how you learn, that's how you progress. So it definitely hurts that I did not manage to take any partials, or that I could not book any money in here. You could have basically maybe took one off right here, so that the wick right here could have been, or consequent, also CE of the wick could have been your first partial, but actually I was managing the trade from my phone first of all, but even if I would have been at my PC trading, I don't really think so. If we have a valid ATM model, so your ATM model is in play, which means we have a market maker sell model because we square previous buy side liquidity, we have still an objective lower, and therefore we should not stop at consequent encroachment of a wick. The objective for a market maker model is always liquidity, therefore we have to reach our objective. That doesn't mean that we have like to I don't know, only aim for objective. So yeah, we definitely can take partials within reasonable areas, for example in internal liquidity. That's definitely possible, but in that case it was just like too close to my entry, and therefore I wanted just to see basically crash through the higher time frame gap as we did, because yesterday I was also like expecting a really big move or expansion to the downside, but because we were already really expanded since the opening prices, and also like had valid PD arrays which support the price higher, we could not really find any speed, and that's completely valid. But today that was actually not the case. We were oversold in this case. We scrapped session liquidity, buy side liquidity. We were within the right time, and basically also because we still have like the opening prices which were really close to our setup. This basically means that we have room to expand. So we are still not oversold in this case, so therefore we can definitely expand to the downside as we did, and that's definitely something to yeah, keep in mind. And I definitely think that this right here, so the high resistance trading right here, is definitely also time distortion in order to allow the traders to, or allow smart money to fill orders in here, and therefore yeah, once we are finished with filling any sell orders, we can trade lower. So yeah, it really hurts. So I don't know how long I have to keep losing until I like it just clicks in my head, but I think it's like really these small steps which leads to success. So I'm definitely going I'm going to be a better trader with every single mistake I make. But yeah, I definitely think it's I don't know, it's time for me. Slowly, but yeah, this is definitely a setup which will pay me in the future, and therefore I'm also like really grateful or not grateful, but I like to see that we could like deliver to the downside and not find support in here and then trade higher. So wouldn't be ideal. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Really yeah, just yapped, but I don't know, bit yapping session. But yeah, we will get there, and yeah, see you soon.